Alright, in this video we're going to cover a Coderis feature referred to as parent-child companies or hierarchical companies. So these are basically your customer accounts, which you may want to arrange in a hierarchical order based on which user should have access to what. So I'm just going to pull up a brief diagram here to kind of demonstrate what I'm referring to. So for example, let's say I have these 3 customer accounts for presidents, book suppliers, and link-owned materials. Obviously, right how I have these arranged, for presidents might be parent company, and book suppliers and link-owned materials might be 2 subsidiary companies. The user stories can be endless around this, but you may just want to arrange your customer accounts to where certain people have access to multiple accounts based on what they should have access to. So for example, let's say I have 3 users, John, Jane, and Mary. And let's say John should have access to all 3 of these customer accounts and be able to view data inside them and manage those 3 customer accounts. Maybe Jane should only get access to book suppliers and all the order history and payments underneath book suppliers, and Mary should only have access to link-owned materials. So I'm going to show you quickly how you can set this up and configure it in your Coderis system. So if we hop over to the operations portal and we go to CRM and then companies, I'm going to switch to the search tab as well. We can search for these customer accounts. So for example, my first one is for presidents. You can see it here, and we have book suppliers, and of course we have link-owned materials. Now, as we know, these 3 customer accounts are not linked in any way right now. However, we would like to arrange for presidents to be at the top of the tree, book suppliers to be underneath, and then the link-owned materials. So let's go ahead and do that. First, we are going to go to books, where you want to take the lower level. So let's choose book supplier first. And let's go to the details by clicking the arrow over here. And as you can see, we have a parent company text box here. And what you will want to do is assign the customer account that should be the parent or above this company. So in our case, it was for presidents. And we can click into this field and it will give us suggestions. I obviously want to choose for presidents, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And now for presidents is a child company of, is the parent of book supplier. And we could go ahead and go to the for presidents account and see that it is indeed above book suppliers. So if we click all the way over to the right here and then choose the child companies tab, you'll see book suppliers is now underneath for presidents. Let's go ahead and also move link-owned materials underneath for presidents to complete our setup. We'll click into the details. We want to select the for presidents as the parent. And let's go back to for presidents. Click into the details. And now we can see that both link-owned materials and book suppliers are now underneath the for presidents account. Now let's demonstrate what happens when we add users to these accounts. So first, let's take the parent account, which is for presidents, and we'll go to the customers tab, and we'll go ahead and add a new user. I'm just going to use a random username here for myself, but you would add whatever your username is that you're trying to add to the top level account. That should have access to all 3 accounts. Anybody on the top level account will be able to see and manage any companies underneath the top level. So let's go ahead and add my user, and we'll call him John just to keep with our example. And I'm going to give him full access to manage the accounts. So I'm going to give him company admin. If you want to restrict his roles to just being able to view order history, for example, for all 3 accounts, you would assign the view order history role. And then I'm going to send him an account activation email and then click add. All right, John will receive an account activation email in his inbox. For the sake of this demo, I'm not going to go to my email inbox. I'm just going to pull up the emails that were sent out of the system and pretend that John has received this email. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and here we can see this email here was sent to John. I'm just going to pretend that I am now John and I received this email in my inbox, and I'm going to go ahead and copy the link, and then I'm going to pretend I'm John and go through the account activation process. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this link in my browser and go ahead and start my account activation. So again, I'll get another email with a link to set my password for my account, and I'm pretending this is my inbox. I'll copy the link, hop back over, and complete the password reset. All right, now let's go ahead and sign in. All right, now as you can see, I'm signed in as John, and I see that the customer account that I am logged in under is for Presidents, which of course has those 2 child accounts that we previously set up. So when a user signs in and their account has lower levels of customer accounts, they will be able to see and select which account they would like to work with. So if I click on the customer account drop down up here, I can see I see all of my accounts that are available to select. I of course have 4 Presidents, which I'm currently selected on, and I also have book suppliers and Lincoln materials. So I could choose, obviously if I'm selected on 4 Presidents, everything about the site will be working with 4 Presidents, all the pricing, inventory, etc. And all the ship tos as well. These are all the ship tos that are assigned under the 4 Presidents account. However, I can choose book suppliers, for example, and now I am working with the book suppliers account. The ship tos in here are ship tos that belong to the book suppliers customer account, and all the pricing is now for the book suppliers account and its ship tos. So that is how it looks like from the top level account. If we go to the customer portal by clicking Manage Account, it's the same thing here. All the order history and all the data that you see in the customer portal is for the currently selected customer account. Right now I am on book suppliers because I did select that account when I was on the website. It transferred over to the customer portal. However, I could select any account that I do have access to by selecting my profile and then clicking Switch Account. And for example, I could choose 4 Presidents, click Switch, and now I see all of 4 Presidents data. Let's show quick what it looks like when you're on a lower level account. Let's say book suppliers, for example. So I think we said Jane was going to be assigned under book suppliers. Let's go to the book suppliers company, go to the details, add a new customer. And I'm going to give her full access to manage the book supplier's account. She will not be able to see any of the other two accounts. However, she will be able to fully manage the book supplier's one. And we'll send her an account activation email. Click add. And let's go back to emails. And now I'm pretending I'm Jane. I did receive my account activation email. Copy the link. Let's sign out as John, since now we're pretending to be Jane. We'll hit the account activation link in our browser. And we should get another email to reset password. And we'll sign in as Jane. Alright, now you can see that I am signed in as Jane, and up in the top left corner it does show which customer account Jane is signed in under, and she is signed in under book suppliers. And as you can notice, there is no dropdown because there is no customer accounts assigned underneath book suppliers, and therefore Jane does not have access to any customer accounts other than book suppliers. If we hop over to the customer portal, you can see we have book suppliers. Jane is seeing all of book suppliers data, and if we select the profile, we do not see a switch account because there is no other accounts to switch to. Alright, that gives a brief overview of the parent-child setup. You're not limited to one level underneath a customer account. You can go as many levels as you want. So for example, I could have 3 other customer accounts underneath book suppliers if I wanted. Just keep in mind that whichever customer account you register users under, they will have access to any accounts underneath book suppliers. So if there was 3 more levels of customer accounts built out underneath book suppliers, Jane would have access to all of those. Thank you.